Hello viewers, welcome to another edition of your favorite program, Kid-AFAN Discovery in Education, with me, Hamza Touré. Well, in today's edition of the program, we are here at the Millies Academy. Well, the Millies Academy is a community school in King Tom, and it happens to be the very first school in Sierra Leone that has joined the Global Student Forum to commemorate the International Day of Justice for Africa. And today we are here at the school to get the views of the teachers as well as the proprietors who founded the school, so that we can they can let us know, so that we can understand how this day is important to them and to the school as well as to the nation. So follow me as we make more discovery on this program.
Madam Millicent over our proprietors. Mr. Mohamed Sise, who is the National Coordinator for the SDGs. Mr. Victor Boba, who is the Coordinator for the Activities for Schools. Mr. Hamza Touré, who is the Media Coordinator. Mr. Hassan Bangua, the Coordinator for Schools. And also Mr. Lamin, who is our graphic designer. Before I go further, I would like to give an opening prayer. Auzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azabannar. Subhana rabbika rabbil. Our main purpose for being here is to deliberate on the Sustainable Development Goals. I would like to just give a brief explanation on how these Sustainable Development Goals came about, because if I can remember properly, on Wednesday, when we announced that we will be having SDG on Friday, somewhere in the state, somewhere in 6th and 7th, like they were confused. They were asking themselves, what is Sustainable Development Goals? So try to be attentive. This is the answer to some of your questions. So the Sustainable Development Goals, these are goals that are brought up by certain leaders, so that it can be achieved to transform our world. They are called action to end poverty, action to end equality, to protect the planet, and to ensure that all the people enjoy health, justice, and prosperity in our planet. So, a brief history on the Sustainable Development Goals. At first, in the year 2000, a certain group of members, head of states, they agreed on 8 goals. At first, this was the Millennium Goals. Their main aim for setting up the Millennium Goals was to end poverty, to exterminate poverty. So it was a 15-year cycle from the year 2000 to 2015. And the results shown from these Millennium Goals were positive. It shows that since the year 2000 to 2015, over 1 billion people around the world have been exterminated, have been extracted from poverty. So in the year 2012, a certain group of people, they agreed that they want to strengthen these Millennium Goals by adding the Sustainable Development Goals. So in 2015, in the United States, New York City, the UN headquarters, 193 head of states and other officials agreed on 17 Sustainable Development Goals that they said that both developing countries and developed countries should work on, so that this planet can be safe, they can reduce inequality and exterminate poverty.
Before I could go further, we all know in a society where there is a justice, that place will be peaceful. So I'm here to give the importance of justice. Justice. Justice helps to reduce conflict, violence. For example, justice helps to protect young people's rights. 2. Justice. Justice helps to build. Justice helps to build a peaceful atmosphere in our society. 3. Justice. Justice helps to protect young people's rights. For example, right to education. Right to education. According to the 30th Articles of Fundamental Human Rights, Article 26 says right to education for all. And finally, justice. Justice helps to promote gender equality and break down barriers. For example, it does not matter about your age, your gender or religion. We all should be educated. Thank you.
Talk about the type of justice. There are 3 types of justice. We have criminal justice, social justice, and civil justice. For criminal justice, this is the concern that deals with punishing criminals and reducing crimes. For example, if a criminal went and stole something or murdered someone and was caught with doing the act, and they caught him and went and took him to the police station, there they will punish him and he will face the penalty for what he has done. And 2, for social justice, this is the justice that concerned with promoting equality and fairness in the society. For example, in the society where there is justice, there will be peace. If there is no justice in a society, that place is not, it's not safe. And 3, we have civil justice. Civil justice, this is the justice that's concerned with resolving disputes between 2 individuals in a society or an organization. For example, a community, if there is an argument between 2 individuals, if they do not want to extend the case to the police, they will ask elders that are elder than them to figure out what happened and give justice to the one that is not guilty. So this is all I have to say. Thank you.
Before I go further to explain the challenges of justice in Africa, I would like to give my own point of view about justice. From my own perspective, justice means equality and fairness. Justice protects the rights of people and also the rights of people in a state. But now, for the challenges of justice in Africa, there are many challenges of justice in Africa, but there are many challenges of justice in Africa which are not good for the continent. That is, making the continent not to be a justice environment. Now, the first challenge to justice in Africa is human rights violations. In Africa, we see that civilians and everyone in Africa, in many African countries, people are being deprived of their human rights, of their fundamental human rights. And under fundamental human rights, you can see that police brutality is one of the violations of the fundamental human rights in Africa, because as we see that people that are being arrested by the police are being detained and they are subjected to beating and torture, which is not good. That is human violation, because according to the 30 Articles of Fundamental Human Rights, Article 5 stated that there should be no torture, but we are seeing this in many African countries that they are violating this law, and also it's not only depends on the police brutality, but also it includes civilian brutality, because you see in Sierra Leone for particular, in Sierra Leone you see that when they catch a thief, they will beat that person. That person may be subjected to torture, beatings, and sometimes it may lead to death, and which is not good.
As we are coming to the end of today's edition on peace, justice, and strong institution, I would like to recognize our guest speaker for today, who is Mr. Nathaniel Jones, to give his own perspective on today's edition on peace, justice, and strong institution.
Before I start, let me just say this, that I used to teach at the Millies Academy School. Yes, so I am pretty much au fait with the dealings of the school. So I would want all of you to pay attention, because I'm going to give a talk on the topic and all of you are going to learn. Take this opportunity to learn and know things outside your school curriculum. So today we are celebrating International Human Rights Day, African Human Rights Day. Do anyone know the meaning of human rights? Who can tell me what he or she understands about human rights? Because this is going to be an interactive session. I am not here to come and just bombard you with so many English grammar. Let us try to understand what today means and what we are here for. So when we talk about human rights, what do we mean or what do we understand? So anybody want to try? Human rights. So we all agree that we are all humans, right? We are all human beings, we are all created by God. So when we talk about rights, if you say you come to school, I have my rights. You are, when you're at home, probably with your parents, and there are certain things you wouldn't want your parents to do to you. So you have your rights. And also, as citizens of Sierra Leone, you have rights to certain amenities, correct? For example, so we have rights to education. Am I correct? Yes. So when we talk about rights, these are privileges you are allowed to enjoy. Under any circumstances, you are allowed to enjoy these privileges. Under no circumstance should these privileges be cut off from you. So for example, as human beings, we have a right to live. So no one should come and kill you. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to exist as a human being. So when I talk about rights, they are your basic amenities. These are things that you are entitled to. So for example, again, at home, you have a right to eat. Your mom or dad should feed you, correct? Yes. So as students, when you come to school, you have a right to good teaching. Are you understanding me?
Yes, sir.
So for example, you come to Millies Academy, you pay your fees. That is your responsibility, to pay your fees. Now, the right you are entitled to is for the teachers to teach you properly, correct? Yes. Okay, so now we've understood what we mean by rights. So if I ask now, who understands the meaning of human rights? Now we know human beings, we are all mortals. Whether you're a male or female, whether you're black or white, we are all human beings, right?
Well, viewers, I'm here with one of the teachers and also the coordinator of the Youth for SDGs, Mr. Mohammed Sise. He is here to tell us about this organization and what the commemoration of the International Human Rights Day for Africa means to him, to his school, and also for the nation as well. Hello, Mr. Mohammed, and welcome to the program.
Welcome. I'm very excited and thrilling and astonished as well to get this interview.
Okay, so Mr. Ahmed, if you would, let's start from the organization itself, the Youth for Sustainable Development Goals. Tell us a little bit about this organization.
This organization is about bringing young people, both higher institution, lower institution. That is why this program today is brought down to the high school. I mean high school pupils, so that they can be able to understand. What I've realized in Sierra Leone, most high schools are not familiar and not aware of these sustainable development goals. That is why when this youth organization is created by few of us, even though I'm one of the initiators, but we are many, one of which the person is now in UK study for his master's degrees. We realized that many high school pupils, even the university pupils, students, they are not aware of this sustainable development goal, which is a big problem. That is why we came together and created this organization, Youth for Sustainable Development Goal, SDGSL. Then also we created the sub, the Youth for SDGSL is the universal set, and the subset, which is the SDGs for school. That is why this program is brought today to the high school, which is Millies Academy today, where we are today.
Okay, you know, when it comes to development, you are talking about sustainable development goals. I think one of the most important factors that could be responsible for any sustainable development is justice. And it just so happens that tomorrow, the 21st, will be, you know, the International Day for Human Rights for Africa. And let's first of all tell us a little bit about justice in Sierra Leone. Let's take that as a case study.
Sierra Leone, justice in Sierra Leone, I just want to limit myself in few things. Myself, I'm doing injustice to myself. Individual, for me, I've seen Sierra Leoneans as we are injustice to ourselves, because while we are seeing the truth, we are seeing the gospel truth, we are seeing the real thing that is affecting us, that is bothering us. But instead of we are just telling cock and bull story, or either send blind eyes against what is happening to us. That's one thing, justice. And also as a nation justice, I've seen that one of the problems that we're having is about strong institutions. Peace, justice, and strong institution. And this will only prevail when there is a strong institution.
Well, viewers, we are here again with another teacher of the school, Madam Abi Brahima, and she is going to tell us how she feels that this program has been brought to her school. Hello, Madam, and welcome to the program.
Yes, gentlemen, how are you?
I'm fine. So today we see Millies Academy joining the Global Student Forum to commemorate the International Human Rights Day for Africa. How do you feel as a teacher, you know, in this school, having this school partake in such an important occasion?
Well, first of all, I felt very good because being that this particular topic, the rights to humans, is almost something that we've been teaching in school. So for you to bring this program here is going to be a help to the children to know their rights, and they should not be humiliated, and they know their full rights. Nobody will come and say you're supposed to do this, and when he or she knows that it's not that she or he is supposed to do. So it is really an opportunity, a learning opportunity for them in life, and for them later in future, and even in school.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
Yes.
Well, viewers, I'm here with another teacher of the school, Mr. Goba, and he is going to tell us also his views on this program. Justice has been a very important topic, you know, in the discussion of every development of any country so far. So, Mr. Goba, hello and welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Goba, tell us your views. How do you feel to know that this program has been brought to your school and your pupils are partaking in it?
Fantastic. And I felt so much proud of the program, and for the program to be in our school, upcoming school, Millies Academy, is an welcoming idea for us to host this program here. And the program is a new program that is coming. I think we will try to see how this program will reach the length and breadth of Sierra Leone. But since then, it has been a birthplace here in Millies Academy. We felt good, and it is something that we cannot imagine of initially. But today, it came to pass. We want to give God thanks and appreciation because we are hosting this program here. Talking about justice in Africa, talking about justice in Sierra Leone is something that, you know, the world is going through, and we are suffering about justice. And probably if you look at the contextual meaning of justice, probably we'll start to talk about, you know, people being deprived of their fundamental right. And being deprived from your fundamental right is like they are trampling on the right that you're supposed to access. And let's say for an instance now, in our beloved country, maybe the kids here, the government of Sierra Leone is trying to provide education. You know, they are talking about free quality education. And if all our citizens, the children in Sierra Leone, they access education, is something that is very important, is something that is very good. So striving towards justice is something that I know it's good. And if we all of us work together, the government, teachers, and all our sectors, we've come together and try to work together for justice in Sierra Leone, in Africa, it will be something that is very good. With that, I want to say thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Goba. Well, viewers, I am here with the proprietress of the school, Madam Millicent Ogu. Well, she's going to tell us how she feels knowing that her school is the very first school to be engaged in this program. Hello, Madam, and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I am so excited, but I am humbled to see that my school is the first school to present such a program. And honestly, I am highly impressed by the talent of my students. I never knew I had such good students coming out with such views and objective views about sustainable goals in Africa and the continent as a whole, and particularly when they mentioned about equality for women. I was so thrilled because I am a woman, and I know some men chauvinism, they wouldn't even work under a female leader, a female boss, and I know what we can do as women. We can do it better than some men. I have proved it myself personally when I was principal at Prince of Wales School. So I'm so happy you brought this program to my school and being the first school. And we're going to see that we maintain it and keep it moving to higher heights. But honestly, I am particularly impressed by the talents of my pupils. I was underestimating. I didn't really know that I have such talents, wonderful talents in this school. Okay. So I thank you very much for this.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
All right, thank you too.
Well, viewers, as you've heard from the proprietress of the school, the teachers, as well as the students, justice is a very important topic that should be discussed more often in this country. Well, on that note, I want to draw the curtain down for today's edition. And on behalf of my executive producer, Dr. Aissatou Kake-Jallo, my cameraman, Abubakar Tarawali, I have been your host, Hamza Toure. Until we meet again for more discoveries in education. Peace.